Police are trying to find the people responsible for a shooting that took place at a funeral gathering.
Neighbors describe the scene as like the Wild West.
It was multiple people that were armed, and so it was members in the crowd shooting back and members from the vehicle shooting into the crowds.
This is really, really dangerous to have, you know, a Wild West shootout in a residential neighborhood. And here it is, my property's hit, my neighbors' properties are hit. Thank God there's been no other tragedy, any other loss of life.
Police recovered 129 shell casings at that same
Damn, Detroit acting bad.
2025. Just before 8 p.m., the Detroit Police Department received a call for shots fired near a park on the east side of the city. Investigators would later learn this was the location of a repast following a funeral.
So the funeral was just
Witnesses reported a burgundy Chrysler 300 drove by the repast, examining who all was in the crowd before opening fire with rifles.
No, that's crazy.
2 women were shot, 1 man was killed, and 129 shell casings would be recovered by police.
Stop it.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Get some help.
we got him.
The amount of firepower going off by a playground was a clear indication that someone wanted someone else dead.
I want to put y'all on to some of the easiest money you'll ever make in your life. Freecash.com is a website that allows you to literally get paid hundreds of dollars just for playing video games on your phone. All you need is an email and a password. Follow the directions on each of the campaigns and you can earn at least $100. My personal favorite game to play was Sunrise Island, and when I clicked on it, they had a $370 bonus. I got $370 just for playing a video game on my phone. On average, it only takes about 17 minutes for most people to start earning money on freecash.com. So if you need some free, easy, extra money, go to freecash.com, click the QR code right here, or go in the description below and start getting that bag. You did? Hell yeah.
Investigators located 3 main areas with shell casings and believed this wasn't just a targeted attack, but a full-blown gunfight as members of the funeral shot back. Because of the large amount of casings left, it's believed some even used machine guns. 5 homes on that block were struck by gunfire. The 2 women that were shot were in their late 20s, and the man that was killed was identified as 26-year-old Daniel Avery, a father of 5. But in the streets of Detroit, he was known as the rapper Band Gang Boom. Band Gang is a group of rappers from the west side of Detroit. They've been making noise in the Detroit music scene since as far back as 2014, originating with 6 members. Biggs, Javar, AJ, Lonnie, Meso, and Will. The rap group was affiliated with an older gang in the city called TTO, short for the Takeover. TTO warred with a rival gang known as TNO, Trust No One. Smaller and younger gangs were
y'all gotta come up with different names, bro. Like, Jesus Christ, man. The Takeover. Trust No One. Like, well, come on, bro. We gotta come up with something better than that.
Of TTO and TNO members. With the newer generations inheriting old beef, new murders began taking place, and Band Gang was guilty by association. 2020 was by far the hardest year for Band Gang. In September, 25-year-old AJ, who also went by the name Jizzle P, was gunned down sitting in a Chrysler 300 outside of his mom's house. A witness would report his mom screaming at the scene. 3 months later, Paid Will was shot and killed after a so-called domestic dispute. It's alleged he stashed money at his girlfriend's house. An associate or family member of hers found it and stole it. It's alleged Will found out, put hands on the person that stole it in their house, and was shot and killed by the homeowner. In May of 2021, Lonnie was shot in the head, hand, mouth, and wrist in Las Vegas, but luckily he survived. As the original members began falling off with the music, Band Gang Boom, who went by the name The Godfather, was able to step into the spotlight as an up-and-coming member. Boom was no angel in the city though, and when news spread that he died, a series of posts of dead people would lead many to believe Boom was responsible for their deaths. One man specifically was Freaky from TMC, aka Too Much Cash. Freaky was killed in a triple shooting in June of 2019, his two friends surviving the attack. It's alleged Boom was the one who killed him, but apparently this had nothing to do with Boom getting shot, and it's believed Boom wasn't even the target. See, Boom was attending the funeral of 22-year-old Dion Davis, who was more commonly known as 5'6".
Right.
5'6" was rumored to have been killing a lot. And he was even indicted.
So that's why they came to his funeral. That's why they killed him, and then that's why they came to his funeral, because he was supposed to have bodies.
By the feds in 2021. He gone on Instagram Live taunting his ops with a switch. 5 days later, agents recovered the gun off him, stating he drew attention to himself after being involved in several shootings on Detroit's east side. The feds also established 5'6" was a member of the 700 gang. A troubled youth, 5'6" was only 17 when he and another teen were being chased by police after a string of robberies, and their getaway vehicle would crash into another, instantly killing a mother of three, whose 3 kids and dog were inside of the car at the time.
God.
5'6" was killed on August 6th. His car fired into by
August, so
another
he just
vehicle,
died.
causing him to crash and run on foot before collapsing.
Of course.
It's alleged that 5'6"'s funeral was shot up by his ops, and while Boom and the 2 females who were shot weren't direct targets, they knew what came with attending a killer's funeral.
Yeah, see, that's what I was about to say. Like, you can't do that, folks. You don't have to be an attended target. Usually the people who aren't attended targets are the ones who get shot. For whatever reason, I ain't never figured it out, but for whatever reason, that's how it seems like it always is. So, like, you gotta be aware of that, and you gotta know that, shorty. If you know this nigga was out here catching bodies, bro, I'm not going to his funeral. They got the funeral posted all everywhere on the gram, all on Facebook. Everybody, the whole city know where the funeral at, what time, and all that shit. Man, no sirski, double oski, broski. I'm not going. You feel me? Bro, if that was my homie, and that's why I stopped going to funerals. I ain't been to a funeral. I went to a funeral in like 2018. That was like my great aunt funeral. But like, as far as like one of my homies, I probably only been in like 3 or 4. You know, I stopped going to funerals of niggas I knew and kicked it with and shit like that. Cause I'm like, gang, these bitches getting blicked up, folks. They getting blicked up, and if it's a fight going on, I'm cool, twin. You feel me? But especially if I know my homie was outside catching real bodies, gang, in real life, not on G, like, boy, I'm not going out there. Are you crazy?
And they weren't the only ones in attendance. Another rapper named Lil Mello from 700 was there. The day after the funeral, Mello would be shot in the face and chest on the freeway, but luckily survived.
What?
An Instagram page by the name of Detroit Hits would recover the surveillance footage of 5'6" being killed, as well as the footage of Mello in the hospital room.
Bro, it's going to
Detroit
down.
has always maintained a bloody reputation, and hearing 129 shots went off at a funeral is enough to get anyone's attention. Rest in peace to the many victims of Detroit streets. Now, the second we hear of a funeral getting shot up, the first thing that comes to mind is Wooski.
Yeah.
In Chicago, when that funeral got hit up, that was major. That was, you know, and Wooski survived, but
He never been the
he
same.
never fully recovered, if that
Yeah.
makes sense.
Yeah.
To hear 129 shots went off at a funeral or a repast, whatever, it just shows you how far people are willing to take things.
Yeah.
If 5'6" was really out here spanking shit like they said he was, he put a lot of hate into people's hearts.
Yeah.
To the point that they'll pull up to a...
But my thing is, okay, so logically speaking, I get why people are doing it. They say, okay, this nigga was catching bodies. He was killing all my homies, all my friends, all my family. Might have killed my brother, my dad, whatever it is, whatever the case is. Then he got on Instagram and dissed them and talked about it. Whatever the case is, so, you know. But, so I'm going to go to their funeral, and I know they other homies that was with him killing my homies, I know they going to be there. So, see, that makes logical sense to me. But when it stopped making logical, because at the end of the day, it's a war, you know? So, but when it stopped being logical to me, is when you tell me that you blicking up crowds and you shooting old ladies and 20-year-old girls that ain't did nothing and a rapper that ain't did nothing. No, like why you can't just pull up to the funeral, see if you see one of them other niggas that be killing people, right? And then just keep an eye on them, just keep tracking them. And then when he get in the car and pull off, he get to the red light. If that's what you want to do to him, do it to him, bro. But you're not supposed to blick up no whole goddamn funeral knowing there's people, grandmas here, aunties, cousins, nephews, babies, kids, all type of shit. Innocent people like folk, girls, like it's just bogus as hell to me. If you gonna go get the nigga you in a war with, okay, fine. If y'all in a war, y'all declare war on each other, do what the fuck y'all gonna do. Just leave the innocent people the fuck out of it. That's all I ever be saying, bro.
Funeral and fire off indiscriminately at whoever's there. You know, when you die at a young age, like what, 22, your mother's there, your grandmother's there, your aunt, your cousins, your nieces, your nephews, your brothers, your sisters.
Right.
They're pulling up with switches, drakes,
rifles,
and
yeah,
firing at everybody.
Like, damn.
That's a crazy amount of hate to have for someone that was only 22 years old. They put
that's
that
crazy.
much damage on this earth.
Sound like the
At
Detroit
22
Lil
years
Jeff.
old, that even after they died a violent death, their funeral got to get shot up too.
Yeah, like
And this
I don't get that, bro. Like that, and that's another thing. Like, folk, you the nigga, okay, you got him. Y'all got him. It's his funeral. Fuck y'all. What y'all come back for? Then it sound like you only people y'all hit was innocent people. Y'all ain't hit nobody else. Like, what the fuck? What is going on?
It's hit major for Detroit because, you know, Band Gang has apparently been on the music scene for so long and they've literally just watched them fade.
Yeah, it's crazy.
And I mean, that, I guess, goes for anybody. You know, if you look at Chicago and all the different sets in Chicago.
Yeah.
From fucking Old Block to 600, none of them are the same anymore.
Nope.
They had that time period where they were on a run and some of them blew and became millionaires and left the city.
Right.
Everyone else got left behind, went to prison, got killed.
Yep. L.A.
And
Capone,
now-
Lil JoJo, E-Day, you know what I'm saying? King Von, D-Thang, nigga. I could go on. Young Pappy, like we could do this all day. It's crazy.
Whoever's left is just working regular jobs.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
No
Still
cap.
in the trenches, trying to make it happen.
Right.
It's sad, but everybody can't come with you.
Everybody ain't gonna make it, bro.
Isn't gonna make it.
Yeah.
But let me know y'all's thoughts and comments in the comments section. I mean, this
It
is
sound
great.
like Detroit on fire right now. Y'all nigga need to move up out of there. What y'all got going on?